Hey, positive people! Hi, my loving collective. Welcome, free energies, positive vibes only. I am Light Soul. Welcome to my channel, Soulful Light Readings, where I, Light Soul, will be channeling loving, light, and truthful messages from the divine, spirit, source, or the beholder, or all of the above. Hope all is well and well is all. God is good and good to all. Amen. Ashe. Namaste. All messages are timeless. Messages may not resonate, but are beneficial to life learnings. If it resonates, take it. If it don't, then leave it. But be open to receive. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and click on the bell below for updates. All my social media info will be down below in the description, okay? So these messages will be on what we need to know, what we are currently learning, or what we need to be reminded, okay? So let's get into this message. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. So let it be. Ashe. Message. So today I wanted to talk about okay, yesterday was Easter. Happy belated Easter to everybody. Um Whoever celebrates Easter and how you celebrate it is up to you guys. I accept everything, all traditions, and I just love how everybody just celebrate in their own way. Um Comment below how you guys celebrated Easter yesterday, and what you did for Easter. Um, so today's reading is going to be on about resurrection. So traditionally, resurrection Easter is for Christ coming back, renewing off the cross, right? So I decided I was um, given inspiration from the divine to speak on and do a reading for about resurrection. There was a lot of different words came up. Resurrection was one, rebirth, revival, renewal. I received awakenings, awareness, consciousness. I received truth, death changes, transformations, letting go. Um, I received openness. I received adaptation, surrenders, and acceptance. Okay, so I wrote it all down. I put it on cards, and I'm just going to pull some cards for each category and see collectively what are the answers that spirit wants to give us for the different categories. So what is resurrecting? What is rebirthing in your life? What are you um, revive? What's the reviving in you? What are you renewing? What is renewing in your life? What is God is renewing in your life? What is spirit renewing? Okay. What have you been awakening to? What is being brought to your awareness right now? What you're conscious of? We're going to get a little bit into the consciousness, talk about consciousness, Christ consciousness, truth. What is truths being revealed to you right now? We're going to talk about deaths, not physical death. We're talking about spiritual deaths, or what's stopping in your life, or what needs to be stopped, or and then we're going to talk about changes, transformations, things that need to let go, things we need to open our mind to, things we need to adapt to, things we need to surrender. God wants us to surrender to. The universe wants us to surrender to. Spirit wants us to surrender to, okay? And things we need to accept, okay? So let's get into this message. Um, so I pulled a card for the overall energy, chakra card for the overall energy. And the card I pulled is the third eye chakra. Okay, I'm gonna read it in what is and just give some messages off this card. So the third eye chakra is card, the chakra for intuition, right? This is for our perception, our vision. Okay. So affirmation for the chakra, the third eye chakra is my intuition guides me towards my highest good. Okay. I trust my inner wisdom in all decisions. My third eye is open and I see clarity. Okay. So what is given is the things what first thing I received was the openness. This is what needs to be open. Okay. Our third eye chakra. For those of you, you might be going through an awakening, third eye awakening. Okay. Might be becoming more aware of your intuition. Might be something that you being more conscious of. This is something you might be adapting to is your third eye and it opening and you being awakened to it. This is something spirit wants us to, as a collective, surrender to. That is the change. Okay, this is the way. Um, what I received was Christ consciousness. This is one of the secrets of the esotericism. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this is one of the Christ secrets to one of our gifts is opening our third eye, third eye awakening. So this is what I'm receiving to let you guys know if those you don't know or just something you need to be reminded. Okay, this is what it's given. It's given intuition. So we all have this gift of intuition that was given from us, and this is one of the secrets Christ was trying to teach us as human beings that we are divine. We are divine spirits having a human experience. Okay, so this is the perspective that needs to be changed. The perception of us being physical, but we are spiritual. This is what I'm receiving. We are spiritual beings that is connected to divine. We are divine. We are light. That is the element of the third eye chakra, is light. Okay. The affirmation for the third eye chakra is I see. I see. So what I'm receiving from that is seeing signs, seeing messages. That's um is what the third eye intuition means. Okay, this is what I'm receiving, and I'm gonna get into my book of shadow. The note I took on actually the intuition and third eye chakra. So the intuition is that it's called being an indigo child. When you have these abilities, this knowledge of understanding, understanding, right? This is something we are conscious of. This is a without conscious reasoning. Okay, this is the unconscious mind rapidly processing past experiences and patterns to form a judgment or conclusion. Okay, this is the quick decisions we make, that the detecting the deception, lies, trickery. This is all what intuition is. It's following your intuition. When we have these hypersensitive feelings, okay, we can detect danger. So how it works is pattern, seeing patterns, noticing patterns, keeping track of the patterns, okay, recognizing what the brain subconsciously compares to current experiences. This is our connection to our higher self. This is our awakened spiritual being giving us clues and messages from the future. Our future self is giving us clues to help us along our way on our path of our spiritual journey. Okay, this is higher knowledge. Uh, when we receive messages from our intuition, this is higher knowledge. Okay, this is following your gut feeling. This is awareness. This is strong emotional feelings. Okay, this is following your intuition. Is having strong emotional feelings. So, in order to open your third eye and awaken and follow your intuition, you got to be able to have courage to feel. A lot of us as human beings, we don't want to express, we don't want to feel our emotions, but this is how we're going to be able to open our intuition and follow our intuition is having that courage, being bold and brave to feel our emotions, because that's how we're going to be able to lead with it. And that's what I'm receiving is this is the change with Christ, with the Christ consciousness. This is what he wanted to awaken us to, is the third eye chakra awakening. Okay, this is going to be the change in the world. This is a change in a belief. Okay, is having humanity open up more to spirituality and psychic abilities and your third eye chakra. This is will benefit us so much on our path, on our journey, when we open up our third eye chakra. Okay, it's like clues. This is how I look at it. It's clues. It's confirmations. It helps me along my path. I'm always constantly seeing signs and synchronicities. You could be having something in your head, thinking something. This can be the download, a vision, and then you will see something on the TV that's confirming it, and we say, "Oh, it's a coincidence." Those are not coincidence. Those are God. This is Christ. This is Spirit. This is the divine. This is our higher self speaking to us and giving us clues that's going to help us on this path. Giving us confirmation could be something that you needed an answer to, and you will receive your answer through TV, or you could pick up a book, and it's all connecting. This is what I'm receiving. We're all connected. This is how we know we are connected to something greater, to God, to Spirit, to the divine, to our higher self. Okay, when we see those synchronicities and we see those connections, those coincidences, that is letting us know we on our path, we on our on the right track. We're following the path that was created for us. This is our fate, our destiny. And if you see signs and you see things in threes, because the third eye chakra, when you see things in threes, that is your message. That is the divine speaking to you. That is your higher self speaking to you. That's the universe communicating to you. That's something that you need to know. So, for instance, if you see something about a cat 3 times, it's like, dang, this is especially in one day. Dang, I done seen something, heard something about cats, and 3 times today. And what I would do is I go look it up, see what's the spiritual meaning behind cats, and then just see what, give yourself knowledge about it. And that's the message. That's the message. God, Spirit, your higher self is in the universe is trying to give you is that message. Okay? Intuitive perception, listening and opening your mind. You gotta have your mind open in order for your third eye chakra, your intuition to open. This is opening is believing anything is possible. Because if you have doubt or you saying no and you thinking negative, then you're not your mind can't be expanded. It won't expand. You won't receive messages you need to receive. But when you have your mind open and you say, yeah, it could be. Yeah, anything is possible. That's a possibility. Okay? Then your mind will expand. You will start receiving this spiritual knowledge from the universe, from the divine, from your higher self. But you have to expand your mind. You have to have your mind open. Okay? So psychic sensories, I'm getting fortune teller, clairvoyance. Um, this is tarot reads. You guys might be being called to be readers. You might have these abilities. Anybody can tap into it. We all have this ability to tap to um, higher knowledge and open our third eye, intuition. It's a gift that God gave us, Christ gave us to the world, to humanity. This is something that was a secret for years. And in that time, when Christ was living, it was a secret because humanity wasn't ready. Okay? People weren't ready for it. But the time is now is what I'm receiving um, for humanity to be ready and to be ready for, for the ascension, to be ready for Christ, his coming, right? Whatever you believe, to be, to feel that heaven on earth, to have the heaven within, the light. This is the light, okay? This is connection. This is to feel that oneness, that divinity, that wholeness, that is that understanding, okay? You could benefit from talking to your higher self, was what I'm receiving. Having a journal, writing to your higher self, I do that. And it helps you connect and you keep track of your patterns and what you say to your higher self and what's going on in the universe and the world, and just communicate with your higher self. Okay. So I rolled some dice. We have fifth house energy. Okay. So this is the fifth house is the house of pleasure. This is self-expression, recreation, sensual desires, creativity. This is joyful pursuits, playfulness, relationships, offspring, pure childlike fun, romance, love, pleasures, and passions. So what I'm receiving is this is something spirit, the divine wants us to awaken to rebirth ourselves. This is our second chance. Our revival is what I'm receiving. To be second chance to be a kid again. But you gotta have that courage. I'm getting Leo energy. Leo is ruled by the fifth house. Leo energy. You gotta tap into that courage, that bravery to be a kid. Okay. This is our second chance as a kid. For those of us who have experienced trauma, some type of darkness in our childhood, we get to be a kid again when we renew ourselves, when we change, when we heal, okay? When we tap into our healing abilities and save ourselves, okay? That is the gift that Christ gave us. He gave us his healing abilities, his gifts, so we can save ourselves. That's how we're going to get saved. We got to do the work. We got to heal. We got to get through the dirt, through the traumas, through the darkness within inside of us. That's what needs to be changed. We can't focus on what needs to be changed in the world. That's stuff we have no control over. We don't have no control over the world. We have to accept it. That's one of the things I'm receiving is accept the world for what it is. Accept the things you cannot change. Okay? That's one of the things you can't change. But we can change ourselves. We can change how we feel, is what I'm receiving, our emotions. We can change to be light. We can change to be more positive. We got the sun energy out here. The sun is Christ. Okay, the sun can represent Christ consciousness. The son, he is the son of the Father, the divine. Okay, he is our brother. Um, it's so crazy. Everything is just resonating. This was his resurrection. This was his rebirth, his revival. Is how we get a second life, second chance, a renewal. I'm getting forgiveness and compassion heavy. This is how we revive and renew ourselves through forgiveness and through the energy of love. The power of love is what I'm receiving. The sun is power, it's energy. And that was God's power. His power is to heal. And how he healed was connecting through the divine. Christ consciousness. Christ practiced meditation. That was one of his practices, and that's what I'm receiving heavy too. Guys might be being called to meditate more, so you can connect with the divine. Be still is what I'm receiving. Be still and know that I am God. Okay, that is Psalms 46:10. So practice more stillness is what I'm receiving. Okay, this is the truth. This is what we need to awaken to. We are the chosen ones. This is when I see the sun, when I hear the sun, I feel like it's, something that you wake up in the morning, wake up every day, you see the sun, you have gratitude. I'm getting gratitude, heavy, grateful for the sun because you get more energy from the sun. Vitamin D when we sit out in the sun, you get more energy. So that's the what I'm receiving from the sun is the sun card I'm receiving heavy. Is being grateful for Christ because he was the light. Okay, he is the way shower. He shows us the way, and this is the new way. Is what I'm receiving is opening our third eye chakra. This is the new way for Christ, Christ consciousness, new way to live. This is the death, the change, the transformation. Okay. Now I'm going to pull some cards. Now I went on a rampage about that. No. But yeah, self-expression. I'm just expressing. This is fifth house energy. So being more joyful. Um I'm receiving that song. Oh happy day. Oh happy day. Oh happy day. Oh happy day. When Jesus was. When Jesus was. And I was just listening to that song on that movie Sister Act. That might be for some reason that movie is significant. You might just watched it, or that might be your favorite movie. But I remember that, and that was one of my favorite scenes when That boy was singing that song and he sung it so beautiful. And they got a new video of them updated with everybody older and stuff, and they was singing and stuff. His voice is not the same. Like he didn't hit that high note like he did, but because I mean, of course, because he's more mature now. But it was just good to see how they all changed and they got older and stuff. So it was good to see that. But I'm loving this energy, this fifth house energy, like this inner child energy, this pure childlike fun, this passion. So you might be being called to rebirth some like um, new ideas for your passions. I'm getting business ideas, creative business ideas, recreating new projects that was fun, that brings you joy, new creativity, ideas, and events is what I'm receiving. Being open more to that. That's what you need to be more open to. More creative things, things that's going to bring more joy and light and positivity into your life with the sun. Um, Rebirth and revive your passions. Um, that's what I'm receiving. Okay. So I'm gonna actually pull some more chakra cards to clarify on the subjects that I was speaking of. So okay, spirit divine, let's get a card, a chakra card that for the collective on resurrection, rebirth, and revival and renewal. Okay. And we have personal power, the solar plexus card, solar plexus chakra. So this is something that needs to be rebirthed, revived, renewed, and resurrected is your personal power. Okay. And this has to do with it's heavy with creativity, Leo energy, your confidence, something about choosing yourself, expressing your truth. This is what needs to be revived to take back your power. Is what I'm receiving. Okay, this is your integrity. This is taking back your power to shine your light. This is what needs to be revived. Your light. Okay, you might be shrinking yourself. Is what I'm receiving. Afraid to shine. You might what I'm receiving, you might be feeling like you too much. For some reason that came up. Somebody feel like they too much, they doing too much, or somebody done told them they too much, they too confident. Um, don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't shrink yourself. If somebody feel like you too confident, is they need to gain some confidence. Okay, we shouldn't shrink ourselves for people. Something about being a positive influence on people. This is something you are reviving and renewing, resurrecting. It's being positive, more positive. As a collective, this is what spirit wants us to focus on is rebirth into new positive energy, being more positive. Okay. And knowing our worth, knowing our integrity. Okay. Self worth is heavy. Gaining self knowledge and intellect is what I'm receiving. Okay, let's get a chakra card for awaken, awareness, and consciousness and truth. We got solar plexus chakra again. So this power is heavy up in here already. So that one specifically talking about trusting yourself. So trusting your intuition is what I'm receiving. Trusting in your consciousness, your awareness. That's the third eye chakra. Being aware of the things that you see in your signs, okay? Being aware of what you're here to do is awaken. You guys might be some activators, people that gonna help to awaken other people. I know that's one of my spiritual gifts is awakening people. Waking people to Christ consciousness, to consciousness, okay? Just waking people up, period, to the truth, okay? That we are spiritual beings having a human experience, okay? It might be questioning, a lot of questions. You might be good with questioning, okay? People questioning spirituality, questioning intuition and third eye, psychic abilities, okay? You are very confident in this power. This is something that needs to be aware to awaken to be more confident in our power of our intuition and our beliefs. This is something that spirits want us to tap into. Um, Being strong in our beliefs is what I'm receiving, in our abilities, and clarifying our truths and our philosophies of how we feel about third eye, intuition, clairvoyance, spirituality is what I'm receiving. So let's get a card for the depth of changes and transformations and letting go. What are things that need to die, that needs to change, transform, and let go, spirit? So the throat chakra came out and it's talking about setting boundaries. This card is about setting boundaries. So this is the things we need to change. We need to set boundaries, Spirit said. We need to teach others how to love and how to love us. Okay. And we do that by setting boundaries. We do that by speaking the truth. That's the throat chakra. Activating our throat chakra. Not being afraid to tell the truth and speak our truth. Not shrinking is what I'm receiving, what I was talking about earlier. Um, and letting go of wanting to always please people. People pleasing is what I'm getting. Everything that we say in our truth is not going to please everybody. So we got to let that go. Okay? We got to transform into speaking our truth and being more expressive is what I'm receiving. Okay? We got to change how we respect ourselves. Okay? And our integrity is what I'm receiving. We respect ourselves and gain more integrity by setting boundaries. Okay? This is what needs to stop. This is the death of us being quiet, no longer being quiet. Okay? And now no longer letting go of how people make us feel is what I'm receiving. Okay? Not disregarding people's behavior. We have to speak up on people's behavior and hold people accountable for what they do, okay? How they make us feel. So speak up on our emotions, what I'm receiving. Intuition. Opening your intuition is mean you gotta feel. That means you gotta feel your emotions. So you gotta express your emotions. So that's one of the changes we have to do as a collective to awaken and open our third eye and connect more with our intuition. And learning to say no when we mean no. Okay? It's okay to say no. Speak up for ourselves. Take up for ourselves. Um, that's what I'm receiving. That's the things we need to let go. Okay, Spirit, let's get a card, a chakra card for openness, adaptation, surrender, and acceptance. What the things we need to open, adapt to, surrender to, or accept? Can I get a card, a chakra card, Father, on what we need to open, be open to. Okay. Two cards came out. I'm take it. So bliss with the seventh chakra, and we got freedom with the third chakra, the solar plexus. So what I'm receiving is being open to more peaceful moments, being open to more seeking more quietness and bliss in our lives, adapt to being more persistent and meditation is what I'm receiving with the seventh chakra card. Adapt to being more open minded. Um, Surrender to the divine is what I'm receiving. This is what we need to surrender to with the seventh chakra. That's the divine spirit. Surrender. Um, Allow yourself to be more creative. Surrender to creation. Okay. This is what we need to work on, to be having work as to be more creative is what I'm receiving. Uh, Accepting that your work is creation is what I'm receiving. Okay. Re- ra- ra- Radiance is heavy for some reason. Um, so this is shining at that light, that different light, the third eye light, shining your light in the darkness. Okay, so people can see. People can see the truth. This is something we need to be open to and adapt more to and accept peace in your life, accept happiness and joy, accept to be fulfilled, be open to it. Do not shut yourself out from being happy. You deserve happiness, is what I'm receiving. Okay? Accept that. Happiness is a choice with the solar plexus card. Choose happiness freely. Okay? Make wise the choices. These are the things that we need to adapt to. Making more wise choices and choosing happiness. A lot of times we're not going to be just automatically being in this energy, but we have to make that choice to want to be happy. So choosing it, um, choosing to change the vibration is what I'm receiving. Accept and express feelings. This is what we need to adapt to accept our feelings and be able to express them, whatever how we feel. If we feel sad, then we need to accept that. But we need to work on it and try to understand why we feel that way and change it. Don't sit in energy for too long. Okay. Um, Surrender to trying to escape certain energies and feelings and emotions. We cannot escape them. We have to sit with them. We have to deal with them. We have to understand them. Okay. And healing is expression. This is how we heal, when we express and communicate. This gives us relief. This is what makes us feel great. Okay? Accept it. This is the truth. All right? So I'm going to pull some cards. I got to keep uncrossing and crossing my legs. I need to practice some meditation more, sitting like this. I don't know, my legs be hurting. I can't sit too long. But I'm not trying to make this video too long either. I'm just happy that I'm able to make longer videos because I done invested in a laptop. So now I can record on my laptop. So I'm happy about that. But I'm just trying to go with the flow and see what messages come out. So now I'm about to clarify some messages with my tarot deck. Spirit, Father, divine, let's get a clarification for resurrection, rebirth, revival, renewal with the solar plexus chakra card. That's too many cards. I'm not going to take it. Let's get a clarification. Father, Spirit. Okay, we got judgment out here. Okay. So what I'm receiving is forgiveness is what I'm receiving. It clarifies what I said to earlier on resurrection and rebirth. This is the rebirth. This is how we become renewed when we forgive ourselves and we forgive others. This is the personal power, that spirit, that God, that Christ wants us to tap into is forgiveness. And how do we forgive? By we put our mind focused on the higher perspective, the higher knowledge, the higher truth is love. Okay, we got Libra energy out here. You might be a Libra. We got Pluto. This is transformation, death. This is all connecting. I cannot make this up. It's all connecting together. Pluto is transformation, death. This is challenges. This is the challenge. This is challenge for humanity to rebirth to this new energy of forgiveness. I'm receiving awakening, judgment, awaken to the rebirth, the resurrection. This is like you got to literally die. Parts of you got to die in order to um, surrender to this energy. You have to let go of your ego um, and just focus on the higher importance. If you believe in God, if you believe in love, then you know that God is love and you know that this is the truth. So you have no choice but to surrender to it. You have to surrender to anger. You have to surrender to pain. You have to surrender to suffering. Everything to spirit, to God, to the universe. You have to literally soften is what I'm receiving. This is the rebirth, to be more softer. Okay. This is what's clarifying. And accept your inner calling is what I'm receiving. This is the calling. You've been called to resurrect, to change, to renew. Okay? To renew yourself, to renew your energy, to change who you are is what I'm receiving. To become more light. Okay, let's get a clarification for awakened awareness, consciousness, and truth. Okay? We have the Ten of Cups. And what I'm receiving this is harmony. Okay? This is how you have peace within self. Okay? This is how you have peace with the world. Be in harmony and know that we all are one. This is the awakening. This is the consciousness. Okay? This is the truth. We all are one family. This is what I'm receiving from this card. From the Ten of Cups. Okay? This is the rainbow. That rainbow is that promise that God promised us. He promised us love. He promised us change. He promised us connection, peace. But we have to be the one to create it. And this all begins within itself. When we heal ourselves and that light, we become beacons and guidance for others to help others heal. And this is how we become that rainbow, that acceptance of all colors, all nations, all beliefs. Okay, we are all one consciousness. This is what I'm receiving from the Ten of Cups. Okay, Mars energy, root chakra. Okay, yes. Say yes to awakening. Say yes to Christ consciousness. Okay, be aware. This is harmony. Okay, we all being one. This is peace. This is coexisting with the divine, with Christ consciousness. Okay? This is living in our truth. This is the truth, okay? This is that rainbow. This is God's promise. This is what's God's plan for us all to become one and be in unity. Okay? Let's get a clarification on death changes, transformations, and letting go. Okay, we got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, this is abundance. This is independence. This is putting in effort. Okay, putting in the effort to change. Putting in effort to have those spiritual depths. Okay, put in the effort to let go. That's what I'm receiving. Okay, when we let go, we will receive our abundance. Okay, we will receive those pentacles. Whatever the pentacles is for you, it don't necessarily have to be money, but whatever wealth is, spiritual wealth is for you. This is spiritual wealth. This could be knowledge. This could be intellect. This could be energy. Is what I'm receiving. Um, this is the most valuable thing we have as a human being. It's not the material things. It's what we have and inside, who we are on the inside. If you take away everything else, take away the money, take away the cars, take away the jewelry, the nice houses, the vacations, whatever, everything that's valued, that is have a lot of value in your life. You take away everything else. What do you have? Are you kind? Are you thoughtful? Are you sweet? Are you understanding? Do you have knowledge? Like, what do you have else to offer besides money? Okay, that's what I'm receiving. This is the change. We need to as a collective, change about us as humans is our spirit. That is the most valuable thing as a human being is your spirit. This is we have Venus energy out here. That's what spirit is. Venus represents spirit. So that's the things we need to change. We need to transform is our spirit. Okay? Be more kind, be more loving, be more positive, be more thoughtful, be more compassionate, be more understanding of each other. This is what spirit says. Okay? This is how we receive that abundance. How we become abundance is that light. How we become light when we change, when we transform, we let go. Parts of us die when we have those deaths. Okay? Let's get a clarification on openness, adaptation, surrender, and acceptance, Father. Father Spirit, let's get a clarification on that, along with 7th chakra and solar plexus chakra. And I get a clarification. Okay, confirmation. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. How we receive our fortune. This was given to us. This is our inheritance. Okay. Christ was our inheritance. His consciousness, his spirit. Okay. When we live in his spirit today, how he was literally the example. Okay. When we live with his spirit, that's when we receive our inheritance. I'm receiving the earth. We receive the earth. This is what's our inheritance, but we have to be the examples how to live on this earth. Okay, it's a lot of negative thoughts about the world, um, how dark the world is, but we have to change our perception. Is what I'm receiving. Um, the world is balanced. Is what I'm receiving with Libra energy. Accept that the world is dark and light. It's not just all darkness. There is light too. And sometimes you got to be that light in order to see it. You know, be the light in the darkness. A lot of times we want to for someone to uplift us and encourage us. A lot of times, situations we don't have that, and we gotta accept that. Okay, but what we can do is be that for somebody else. We can be that change for somebody else. We can be that light for somebody else. Um, we can be the light for ourselves when we sit with ourselves and be in our own energy. That's feeling God. That's feeling Christ. That's feeling consciousness. That's feeling divine. And that's what needs to be changed is we we need to spend more time with ourselves to feel the divine, to feel Christ consciousness, to feel good, to feel this power. God's power is what's inside of us. The more we spend time with ourselves and meditation and spiritual practices, developing spiritual practices, this develops our power. This gives us confidence in ourselves and our abilities and our intuition. Okay, but we have to do the work. This one needs to be changed. This is what needs to be open to. Okay, is developing power, surrender to the fortune. This is what we have to accept. Our fortune is our power. Take away everything else, all what we have, our energy, our power, what's inside us. Okay. All right. That is the message for today. I'm not gonna go any more deeper. Almost an hour I've been talking. Okay. I hope that helped in any kind of way. I hope it resonated. And I'm gonna end it with be still, be sweet, love, be kind, and peace. Be sweet like honey. Bye.